Hello and welcome back to my road to completion guide for Dark Souls Remastered. We're now in episode number 10. The first thing that we want to do is make sure that we have 30 humanity on our character. Right now I have 10. I'm just going to add 20. It'll give me a total of 30. You guys remember in the previous episodes I was telling you, hey, we need to get some humanity. We need to have 30 humanity when we get to a part of the game. This is that part that I was talking about. We're going to also have to do this for New Game Plus. So you don't want to use up more humanity here than you need to. Just get to 30. Remember, you can find it in the top left hand corner of your screen. And then we're going to enter this covenant. Remember, you don't actually have to enter the covenant to get the trophy. That's going to pop. Normally you see it right there. It just popped for me on screen. That's before I selected yes or no. But now you actually want to select yes, because by entering the covenant, we're going to get access to a pyromancy here called the Great Chaos Fireball. So just make sure that you enter that covenant, pick that up, and then now we want to go in and offer this NPC the 30 humanity that we just popped and that we currently have on our character. So go ahead and offer humanity, select yes, and then just press down on the D-pad to get to 30, select yes again, and then you'll be able to get the Chaos Storm. That's another pyromancy, and we need those two pyromancies for a trophy for later on in the run. So there it is, Chaos Storm. Now we can just leave this NPC. We can go rest back at the bonfire, and then we're going to again level up our character a bit here. Now remember, some of our levels are going to be different if you decided to farm in previous locations. You may have higher stats than what I have right here. Again, if you do, you can keep putting more levels into certain stats. Like let's say you have 35 vitality right now. You can go ahead and jack it on up to 36 or 37. I think minimum here you want to have at least 27 for your vitality, but anything more than that, guys, is just going to benefit you in the long run. You just don't want to go past 50. And then you want to put one into Attunement so you can have 4 slots for your magic. You can see there that we just got an addition. We went from 3 to 4. So now we have an empty slot there beside of our Great Soul Arrow. And now you can go to Attune Magic and you can see you have one more slot there. We're going to actually equip the Heavy Soul Arrow for that slot right there. So just press X, confirm that. Now you have a little bit more magic to work with as you continue the run. And then just make sure that you're still in human form. If you're not in human form, go ahead and reverse your hollow by using one more humanity, and then go ahead and hit up a safety save here before you continue. That way you can just lock in all that progress, and in case you die or whatever, you won't have to pop all that humanity again and talk to the NPC. You'll already have that stuff completed. So just make sure you set up that safety save. Now let's head this way. We're going to actually be getting infected here. I'll show you the NPC that you can interact with to be able to get infected. Make sure you pull that ring off too, by the way, guys, and equip the Havel's ring again so you can move around a little bit more efficiently here. You'll have a little bit more speed on your character. See this NPC? There's a character right here to the right. It's actually just an enemy. You can go up to it and press R2. Hit it with your staff, boom, and then just kind of wait. You can see that it's attacking me. But what we wanted to do is attack us by latching on to the top of our head, and when it does, it's going to be infecting us with a virus. So that attack didn't count. The one that goes through you doesn't count. This one is the one that counts. The enemy grabs you by the feet and then latches onto your head. That's actually infecting you with that virus. It's going to take a while for it to actually take effect. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on it to take effect, we're just going to come down here and kill some of these Taurus Demons. Actually going to kill all of them just for souls. So we can do some leveling up a little bit later on. And again, this is mainly just to waste time. This takes a few minutes. And you are in human form. If you, like I said, if you've been following the guide, if you weren't, you could have reversed your hollow. You have to be in human form here in a second so that we can have access to a phantom that's going to invade our game. And when he invades our game and we kill him, we're going to get like 26,000 plus souls for killing him. It's a fairly easy fight, and that'll just give you guys another bump in your souls. You'll see here that the homing soul mass, if you hit all 5 of them, will kill these Taurus Demons in one hit. Sometimes they're going to jump at you though, like you saw them do right there for me, and you may end up missing, and then you'll have to kind of resort to some of your other magic to take them out. But if you can get lucky enough to get all 5 to hit, you'll kill them in one hit. You saw there that the strategy is to, well, really the strategy is to get them to jump at you first. and then run straight toward him, and you let your homing soul mass kill him from there. But sometimes your homing soul mass is gonna shoot out a little bit quicker than you want it to, and then sometimes they'll jump, and while they're in the air, one of your soul mass will miss. Like, that's the perfect fight right there, where you just charge at them and all 5 hit them at once. That's the best way to do it, but it'll just depend on you know, what attacks that they do to you, and basically the distance you are away from the enemy will determine when they attack. So you can see right there, I tried to still get all 5 in, but one of them always misses if they are in that jump animation. So ideally you just want them to jump first, then pop the soul mass and run into them. That'll give you the best chance to kill them. I'm trying to show you the different variants. I remember doing this live commentary and I was saying, hey, let me show you some ways it's supposed to work, and then let me show you some ways that it's not supposed to work. I was trying to give you some examples. Had I known I was going to be going back and doing post commentary for these, I would have just killed them the way you're supposed to kill them every time. But again, all these episodes, I think right now I've came across 3 episodes that the live commentary failed, but I have quite a bit of these episodes shot, so there may be more. But when I decided to come back and do post commentary, it doesn't really always line up with what I was doing in live gameplay. All right, so when we head this way, we want to kill this Capra demon to the left. But before we do that, let's pick up this soul pack right there. That'll come in handy later on. We can use those to level up a bit. And then all your soul mass, if all of them hit this Capra demon at once, it'll kill him. And again, you should be in human form right now. And then we'll get invaded by Dark Spirit Knight Kirk. You'll see that here in a second. It'll flash on the bottom of your screen. And it usually happens when you're heading down this hill to the right of this cliff. You'll see it here in a second. And then just pop a soul mass. Take them out real easy. It should happen any second now if I remember correctly. Yeah, see? Dark Spirit Knight Kirk has invaded. Just do a 180 and head back up the hill. Just keep your soul mass up, keep your shield up. And depending on how many of those hit him, it's possible to kill him in one hit. But if not, you can switch to a soul spear or another soul mass, whatever you like. One more hit should finish him off. And then boom, you can see that we got close to 27,000 souls right there. Really easy fight. And then you can go ahead and pick up that humanity as well. Okay, now what we want to do is go ahead and use a Homeward bone, go back to the bonfire. And at this point, you just need to wait. You just want to wait until the egg infection kicks in. And this could take a couple of minutes. I've time-lapsed the footage here. You'll see that you're scratching your head a lot. That's the infection trying to take hold. Like I said, it's going to be different for all of us how long it takes. Some of you might already be infected with the virus before you even had to use your Homeward bone. It might have actually happened while you were fighting the Dark Spirit or the Capra demon or even the Taurus Demons. Depends on how long it takes you to take those enemies out. But either way, you're eventually going to get infected. You want to talk to this NPC again. Go through all the dialogue, and then he's going to give you the egg Vermifuge. And then you just want to use that to get rid of the infection. Okay, it'll be in your inventory right here. Boom, you can use that. Use item. And you'll notice that when the infection gone now, you've lost your Crown of Dusk. Not permanently, but it's just not on your character. Just make sure you go back and equip that again so you can have maximum damage on your spells. Okay. Okay, now we just want to rest back at the bonfire. But before we do that, we want to again pop some soul packs. You should have 1. You may have 2 if you didn't pop the one earlier when you leveled up. But just pop all that you have, and then we want to push our vitality to at least 29. Okay, again, you can go up higher than that if you have the souls for it, but just 29 for now would be your minimum. Okay, press OK to confirm that. All right, you can again pop a safety save if you want to right there, guys. Lock in all that you've done so far. We're gonna make our way back down to this area. We're heading to another bonfire. There's gonna be a bonfire coming up here after this tunnel, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Basically, if you guys remember where we just had that fight with Kirk, there's a bonfire if you drop off the ledge to the right. We're just heading back down to that area. But this time we're not gonna get invaded by Kirk, even though we're in human form. He's dead in this area for good until we play New Game Plus. And then there's going to be some soul packs we can pick up when we get down there. I'm also going to show you guys a farming route. I want to say it's near the end of this episode. In case you ever need to farm for souls, I'm going to show you a really cool farming route. You'll just warp to the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire, which is where we just were, and just make your run down here. And then you'll be able to rest at the bonfire down here and then do the farming route and just keep resting at the bonfire that we're coming up on here in a bit. And you can farm a bunch of souls. I think it's probably like, I think it's like 4,000 souls, but you can do it in I don't know, probably 30 seconds if you're fast enough. And then we're gonna get a ring later on in the run that's gonna allow us to get more souls as we kill enemies. And you can get even more than that when you farm it. So if you're ever looking for souls or you just wanna level up your character, this is probably one of the better places in the game to get it. Get the souls you need to level up really quick. You guys remember this is where we had the fight with Kirk. Now he's not gonna be here. You can just roll off this edge. Hit up that soul pack, and then we'll go ahead and kill this enemy. You can use your soul spear, soul mass, it doesn't matter. You're really strong right now, so most of your magic should be able to kill it in one hit. And that's the bonfire I was talking about. And this kind of begins the farming route, which I'll show you later on in the run if you're looking for souls. But for now, let's just skip the farming route. Pick up another soul pack up here on the right. It's gonna be on the edge of this cliff after we kill this enemy. See that? That'll come in handy for later. And then we're gonna pick one more up after we go down these stairs. It's gonna be a little place we can go to the right up here before we continue with this area, and we'll pick up another soul pack. There's a Capra demon up there too, but I'll show you a cool way to kill him really easy. Okay, be careful when you come down these steps. There's gonna be another worm type enemy that pops out to your right. The tricky part about the worms, well, they're not really tricky in terms of you being able to kill them, but if you get too close to them, they'll actually spit up on you, and that spit can degrade your equipment, and you'll have to get your equipment repaired. You can do so at a bonfire or a blacksmith. You guys remember when we were back at Anor Londo, we talked to the giant blacksmith. I had you guys buy the giant's halberd, and then I had you buy a repair box. The reason for buying that repair box was for this area in the game. And so if your equipment ever gets damaged or whatever, go to a bonfire. It'll cost you souls to repair your equipment, but you can just go to a bonfire. It'll be in your list of things you can do. You know how it's got like warp and level up and stuff like that. You'll just pick repair equipment. I don't know what the game actually calls. I don't know if it's repair equipment or just repair, but you'll see it up there. And then just go to all your items and press X, and it'll tell you how many souls you need to be able to repair them to full. And then just make sure that you keep all your items and stuff, your armor and your weapons and stuff repaired to full. All right, so now what you can do is just roll off the edge right here. You don't have to sprint or anything, just roll off like that. And there'll be another soul pack up here that you can pick up. It'll be on your left on a corpse. Right there. Okay, so you can pick that up. Now you can just roll off the edge here. Okay, it won't kill you. It feels like it's gonna kill you, but it won't. And now what we're gonna do is set ourselves up to get a sunlight medal. Now you only need one sunlight medal. I think in this clip when I was doing the live commentary, I got as many as I could get, just to let you know that it's possible to get more than one. And then that's less work you have to do later on in the run. But you only have to get a minimum of one. Make sure you put the covetous gold serpent ring back on, and then make sure that you pop enough humanity to get yourself back up to 10 humanity. I think right now I have 1, so I should be able to get to 10 by popping 9. That'll be 6 right there. That should put me at 7. Then I need 3 more. So I think I end up going to 11 here, because with the twin humanities, it's 2 for 1, right? So the math works out to where I would end up getting 11 instead of 10. But if you can make it 10, make it 10. Because 10 puts you at the maximum item discovery, which is 410. So boom, there's my 11. And then now I have, I think I'll show you that here too. My item discovery on the right there is at 410. That's what you want. That will ensure that you at least get one sunlight medal on this first pass at this route. If for some reason you don't get one sunlight medal, even after giving yourself all that humanity, then you just want to use a Homeward bone and go back to the bonfire we were just at and make the run back here. And just keep farming this until you pick up one sunlight medal. But every time I've ever practiced this with 410 item discovery, I've always gotten at least one sunlight medal on my first attempt. So that's kind of how I have the guide set up. See, so you want to leave here with at least 7 sunlight medals. We're going to pick up the other 3 later on in the run. You need 10 by the time we get to the last playthrough so we can pick up some more trophies. But you just need 1 before you leave here, 7 total. And you'll see, I think I get like 3 here. That's how powerful it is to have your item discovery to 410. The drop rate is really good for these guys. See, there's another one right there. There's 2. And the other thing that we're looking for is an item called the Sunlight Maggot. Not metal, but maggot. We need that for later on in the run too. Because if we put it on our, like right now we have the Crown of Dusk on as our helmet, but if we take that off and we put the Sunlight Maggot on, then it automatically allows us to see in the dark. And the next area that we're going to be going to is a dark area. Now you see how that shiny is gold? That's always the Sunlight Maggot. If it's a regular shiny, like one of those white, like the white blue shinies that you see, that's always going to be a sunlight medal. And I'm pretty sure that the Sunlight Maggot is a guaranteed drop off one of these enemies. Just make sure you kill them all. I think there's another sunlight medal there. Yeah. Because every time I've ever done this, I've always gotten the Sunlight Maggot. It's the first enemy that I kill once I open up the shortcut, and I always get it there. So I'm sure you guys will get the same. And then just make sure you kill all these enemies. Again, just making sure that you get the sunlight medal. I just got lucky and I may even get one more here. Can't remember. I've gotten 3 so far. See what this one drops. No, so I got 3 total. So I think that pushes me to 9. But remember, you only need 7. And I think right here I was just showing you, yeah, use a Homeward bone and then farm this whole area over again until you at least get 1. As long as you leave here with 7, you're good to go, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and path our way to pick up an item called the Red Titanite Slab. We need chunks, Titanite chunks, Titanite. We need large Titanite. We need red Titanite slabs, or I guess slabs in general. There's different versions of it. This one's going to be the red Titanite slab. To be able to level our weapons up to max at a certain point in the run. I'm going to show you guys where you can pick up the red Titanite slab here in just a few. You guys remember we got one of the Titanite slabs from killing the stray demon underneath the undead asylum in an earlier episode. You can skip this item, you don't have to pick it up. You saw how I killed that enemy, just using my homing soul mass to do damage initially, and then just use my soul spear, great soul arrows, take it out really quick. The trick to that enemy is to kill it fast, because once it starts advancing towards you, it'll start jumping and things of that nature, and it does a lot of damage. So the faster you can kill it, the better off you are. Okay, now we're just gonna run this way. Now what you wanna do is go straight. You don't have to kill any of these enemies unless you just want to. Straight, and you wanna hug the left wall once you go underneath the archway. See? Because everything's gonna cave in. But if you're on the left wall, you're gonna be kind of on this root system here and you won't die, okay? And then just follow this out. It's like that, and then instead of going left here, you just want to fall off the edge. Just like that. You won't die. And then do a 180 and then walk this way. Now the trick to this area is not to try to kill these enemies with your magic, but to let them fall down these holes. See right there? You get the souls for it. It's a quick kill and you don't have to worry about them hurting you. They also put that, it's like a sludge that they spit up on you, very similar to the worms we talked about earlier. And they can also degrade your shield and your armor and your weapons. So again, if that happens, you want to go to a bonfire and use your repair box to fix your equipment. Again, you'll have to have souls for that. Like I said, if you do this, you won't have to worry about them spitting on you at all. Okay? Just make sure you do this until they're all gone, because if you try to advance this area too quickly and they follow you, then you'll have to fight them in all this sludge and you move around real slow, and if more than one of them attacks you at once, it can get pretty dangerous. So just bait them all over here and have them kill themselves. Okay. Again, you're getting 1,000 souls for each one of them that you kill. There was probably 6 or so that we just killed right there. So easy 5,000 or 6,000 souls. Come up here, take a left. And then there's going to be a walkway on the right up here. And that's going to be the chest you need to open to get your red Titanite slab. Again, very important for the run later on, so we can get us actually, there's a bunch of trophies tied to Titanite slabs, but we can only get one trophy for this particular. All right, so there we go. And once you have that, you can go and use a Homeward bone. It's gonna be a lot quicker just to use a Homeward bone and run back than to go back the way that you came. It can be a little bit confusing down here, plus you're still gonna be in all that sludge. This gives you a chance to also replenish all your magic. You do have to fight. You actually have to fight another dark spirit and another enemy before we get to the boss. Just make sure you come back and replenish your magic. And when it gets to this area right here, you can kill the enemies like you see me doing now in order to start this farming route. So you kill that first enemy and then you run up these stairs, pop a homing soul mass, and just let your soul mass do all the work. See that? Then pop another one. Go over here to the right. This is the farming route I was telling you guys about. So this is not something you have to do right now. You can if you want to, and in fact, you might as well just to get used to it and to get your souls the same as mine, but it's not necessary for you to do right now. I'm just showing you this in case you want to farm some souls or maybe level up your character a little bit more. You can do that now or later on in the run, it's your choice. Remember, increasing your stats is only going to help you guys get through the game even easier, right? But I'm trying to just give you guys the minimum stats I feel like will get you through the game based on where we currently are. And then boom, see the bonfire? So if you want a farming route for souls, that's a good place to do it. Like I said, especially once we get the ring later on that allows us to get more souls with each kill. You can really rack up some souls here extremely fast. And you can do it in, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Definitely less than a minute, depending on how fast you do it. And notice now that I'm just running past all these enemies, you can actually run past this Taurus Demon too. Just keep your shield up, run straight toward it, and boom, see how I just bounced off its legs? Now you can kill all those enemies if you want to, guys. If you're not comfortable just running through the game like you see me doing, just kill them, not a problem. I'm just doing this because I want to get back to where we were as fast as possible. Just wanted to show you that farming route before we ended the video. I remember doing this live saying, let me just show you guys the farming route. But if it was post commentary, I would have just shown you that later on in the run instead of us having to come back through this area again. Again, you can see right there, we've got all the enemies in case you need to farm those sunlight metals. Make sure you have at least 7 total in your inventory. Then we've got to get the Chaos Fire Whip, and we got to kill these 2 enemies that's coming up. And that's going to wrap up this episode, guys. Then we'll be heading into episode 11. We got to have a boss fight at the beginning of that episode, the Bed of Chaos. Very aggravating fight, but I'll show you guys a really cool way to get through it. Again, just pop a soul mass here on this enemy. It is also possible to just run past this enemy, but just know that he's going to be shooting lightning bolts at you, and you'll have to kind of dodge them as you run away from him because you're not going to be able to see them when they come. He's going to be aiming for your back, but I would just urge you guys to kill him. Okay, that should take him out. Again, you don't have to pick his item up. Now this time, instead of going straight to that root system and, you know, where the ground caved in and everything, we're going to go to the left and go up the root system. And that's going to allow us to have access to the next enemy that we need to kill. Okay, I'll show you right here. You can just run past all these enemies, guys. Okay, see the root system right there to the left. Boom. Hit that. Go all the way up. And then again, pop a soul mass when you get to the top of this thing. Right there. and then just sprint toward this enemy. You'll kill it in one hit. I think there I actually shot a great soul arrow, but I don't think I needed to shoot a great soul arrow. But just in case, you might want to go ahead and have your great soul arrow handy in case you do need to fire one off. And then there's the other dark spirit. Remember, you have to be human here for this to happen. Boom. You'll see that we get another 26,950 souls. That'll chime in here in a second. So that's like 50,000+ souls for 2 easy fights just because we're human. Great. Again, with these enemies, don't get too close because they'll spit up on you, and that'll cause you to degrade your shields and your armor and your staff and everything. And there is the Chaos Fire Whip that we need. That's a Pyromancy. Again, that's all going to help us out with a trophy for later on. And now you guys can just go ahead and set up a safety save. I think I'm going to show you that here in a second. Now, what I normally do is run up here to the steps and set mine up, because I'm hoping that it drops us off right in front of the fog gate. Sometimes it'll set you back where the treasure chest is. And but there's the fog gate. That's where the boss is going to be. So either way works. At least you don't have to go back and run back from the previous bonfire. But just go ahead and set the safety save up, and I'll see you guys right back here in episode 11. Guys, be good. So I wanted to take a second and tell you guys about my dream. My dream is to wake up every single day and create guides just like the one you just watched here on YouTube full time. Now, there's several ways that I can monetize my work in order to make that dream come true. Number 1, I could do Google Ads. Number 2, I could do sponsorships. Number 3, I could do endorsements. The only problem with those 3 options is that I think they're going to degrade the quality of what I'm trying to produce here on Square One Games. Not only that, but I don't want to try to pitch my subscribers something that I don't necessarily believe in, and that's why I've decided to just go the Patreon route. If you want to see more guides like this on YouTube, you also want to have that person that you can go to where you're gonna get an answer to your comments. Okay, I've responded to probably 90+% of every comment ever left on my channel, and I've been on YouTube for 6 years. You can go to any one of my videos, look in the comments, and I'm in there. Think of it like customer service. That's exactly what I like to do for my community. So if you guys want to help get more guides like this up on YouTube, I just need more time to do it. That's it. So hopefully you guys will support me in that if you like this kind of content. Thank you.